Take a break with teachersub.com. Quality video lessons ready when you need them.
Hello, Cursive Explorers. You've landed at Master Cursive with Colors, the coolest writing zone in the galaxy. I'm Miss Jackie, and I'm excited to explore some new letters with you. Lesson 2's adventure is an introduction to the cursive lowercase letters of G, like go, and Q, like queen, and O, like oh my, I'm a cursive writer. Now before we take off, make sure you have your special tools ready for today's lesson. You will need crayons, the 7 rainbow colors, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. If you don't have all the colors, just gather whatever bright colors you can and make sure that there are 7 in all. You will also need workbook page 9 from your Master Cursive with Colors workbook. If you need to gather your supplies, go ahead and get them. Pause the video and I will wait here until you get back. Okay, are you ready for your journey to begin? Let's blast off to the next part of our lesson. I'm all ready with my supplies, workbook page 9 and my rainbow colors, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. I'd like to start today's new lesson 2 with a we do. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to pick up a green crayon. With that green crayon, we're going to write our name at the very top of the paper. My name is Miss Jackie. You write your name. Then we're going to take this green crayon and we're going to mark every spot on each of our new letters, G, Q, and O, where each one will start. And if you remember from lesson 1, all lowercase letters start at the baseline. So we're going to make green start dots right here on the baseline. Please do that if you haven't already. Next, we're going to mark our cursive letters with a pause dot, which is where we will slow down and turn around. And because these are 2 o'clock letters, just like our last set of 3, C, A, and D, G also will pause at about the 2 o'clock, and Q will pause at about the 2 o'clock, as well as O, pausing at about the 2 o'clock. And then we have a special loop-de-doop-de for letter O, which we will learn shortly. And the last thing we will do together is we will mark where each letter stops when it is written independently. And letter G will stop right here at its connector. Letter Q will stop here with a red dot, and O is going to stop up in the air. Oh my goodness. Don't worry, I'll help you. We are now moving to an I do. Miss Jackie will show you the proper formation for letter G. I want you to look and listen like an owl. We will begin by listening to the proper direction for letter G. I am going to tilt my paper to the right because, as you know, when you are a righty, you tilt your right corner up. If you are a lefty, please push your left corner up so that you can see what you're doing when you write with your left hand. Now, letter G is going to move in the same way as our last letters, C, A, and D. We're going to think of the black line like a road and our crayon like a car. And we're going to drive around this big black lined letter. And the reason we do this is because rainbow writing strengthens hand muscles. Crayons give a resistance, or they are harder to push than markers and crayons, and this helps stimulate our brain. And writing strength means smarter brains. All right, here we go. Listen and look like an owl. I place my first color red down on the start dot. I ramp up and go over to 2 o'clock. I pause, I turn back around following my line, I pull away, I close the letter just like an A, and then I come down below the baseline and I turn to the left and then I follow through. We call these tails, and on a G, the tail turns to the left. What I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to take your red marker and follow with me. Let's place it on the start dot. Let's go up and over to 2 o'clock. Nice job. Turn back around, pull away from that first line, touch the baseline and close. Now go straight down below the baseline into the basement area, and we're going to turn left and then hook around till we get to the stop dot. Nice job. This is our very first letter that goes below the baseline, and we are turning our loop to the left. Please take your orange and let's continue with rainbow writing. We place it on the start dot, up and over, follow me, to the yellow dot. We turn back around, down to the baseline, close it just like an A, and then we follow below the baseline, turn left for our loop, and go to the stop dot. Nice job. The next color in rainbow writing is yellow. Put your yellow on the start dot, and away we go. Up and over to 2 o'clock, pause, come back around, close, come below the baseline, turn left, and all the way to the stop dot. Nice job. What I thought we could do today, since this is not our first time, is I did 3 passes with you. Now I would like you to finish the rest of the rainbow colors. Trace in green, blue, indigo, and violet. I will work while you work. Remember, rainbow writing helps us to see if we are coming off of the road, and there is no hurry as we move at our own pace. If we are going too fast for you, you can pause the video until you finish your letter G. Tell your brain up and over to 2 o'clock, down below the baseline, loop to the left, and close it up. How did you do? I'm very proud of my G. With rainbow writing, remember, we can feel the texture of the crayons. Once you've completed all your rainbow colors, passing properly through G, take your writing finger and move your whole arm to the shape of G. Nice job. Okay, we are back on an I do. That means you look and listen like an owl. I'm going to show you the proper formation of Q, which looks strikingly similar to the letter G. There is one difference. G turned to the left, and Q will turn to the right. You will see that as I drive the proper formation of Q. So I will put my red crayon on the start dot, and I'm going to ramp up just like all the other letters to 2 o'clock, like C and A and D and G. I'll follow back down to the baseline. I will close this letter. I will go straight down just like the G. I'm going to go below the baseline into the basement, but I'm going to turn right, and I'm going to come back and touch the letter and then pull out. It's almost like we're going to close the loop by touching the back of this letter and looping out. Okay, because this isn't our first rainbow writing, I would like you to join me now. put your red crayon on the start dot, and remember, we're not going to turn left, we're going to turn right. And let's begin. Up and over to 2 o'clock, pause, back around, pull away, go back to the baseline, close the letter, and we go down below the baseline, and we're going to turn right to loop the Q. We're going to touch the letter, and then we're going to pull out for our connector. So G and Q are very similar, except G's loop does not come to touch the body of this letter, but Q's loop does go back. And then it's almost like a little tail, a little happy dog. All right, let's go with our orange, because in rainbow writing, orange comes after red. So let's place it on the start dot, and away we go. Up and over to 2 o'clock. Pull down, touch the baseline, close it, come down and turn to the right. And let's close our letter and come out with a connector tail. Well done. Okay, we are going to do yellow. With Miss Jackie, we're going to start at the green dot, and we're going to ramp up and over to the yellow dot and back around. I am moving my whole hand and my whole arm. I come down below the baseline into the basement, and I turn right. I close that loop and then form a happy little tail. Nice job. 3 together, and the rest you will do. I will work while you work. If you need to watch the formation, please do so. If you feel comfortable doing it on your own, go ahead. It always seems impossible until it is done, and we are getting it done. Don't forget to turn to the right. I am just about done with my Q, coming down, turning to the right, and then making a little tail connector. Brush away your crayon crumbles. And when I look at my Q, I think, well done. I can see I drove off the road quite a few places, but I'm learning, and mistakes are part of that. So with my writing finger, I'm going to then feel the texture of the Q in the proper formation. Up and over to 2 o'clock, back around, close, down below the baseline into the basement, close the loop, and pull out a happy tail connector. Nice job. Okay, we are now ready for another I do with the letter O. O is a different letter than most of them, as most letters will have a connector that comes right off the baseline. But O has a connector that's up in the air, almost like a curly Q on top of her head. So I'm going to take my red crayon, and I want you to look and listen like an owl. I'm going to tilt my paper, and I'm going to ramp up and over to 2 o'clock. Now this looks a little confusing because there's lots of lines, but just like all the 2 o'clock letters, I'm going to go back around. I'm going to touch the baseline, and then I'm going to close the shape and keep going up to like the 12 o'clock spot, and then I'm going to come down and loop out with a connector. Okay, so I come back up to 12, and then I come under that line for a little looping curly Q. Please take your red marker and let's go slow. Ready? Here we go. Ramp up to the 2 o'clock spot, turn back around, touch the baseline, close this shape and continue to the 12 o'clock spot, pull down, and loop up a connector. Wow, fun. Take your orange, go to the start dot, and here we go. Up and over to 2 o'clock, back around, close the shape, go to the 12 o'clock spot, and pull down and loop around for a connector. And our next color is yellow. Let's place it on the start dot. Let's ramp up and over to 2 o'clock, back around, touch the baseline, up to 12 o'clock, and loop under for a curly Q connector. Nice job. I think it's time for a you do. You take the rest of your colors, green, blue, indigo, and violet, and follow that formation. I will work while you work. How'd you do? I'm very proud of myself. I hope you're proud of yourself too. Remember, it always seems impossible until it's done. I'm going to take my writing finger and I'm just going to trace the proper shape of O a few times, realizing that I'm pushing my whole hand and arm. My elbow is moving forward. With rainbow writing, it's very big strokes. That's the best way to learn the proper formation. Well done. Wow, you did it, Cursive Superstars. Today we practiced the proper letter formation for G, Q, and A. This is your second time with rainbow writing, and I hope it has made you proud. With your rainbow crayons and big bold strokes, you are building the foundation of cursive writing. Let's keep practicing by printing extra copies of page 9 and working on your own until you feel confident with each letter's proper formation. I'm very proud of your listening and writing efforts today. Way to go. We appreciate you sharing our cursive movement with others because we believe the more, the merrier. So keep the momentum going by liking and subscribing to our channel. And don't forget, you can find everything you need and more at teachersub.com.